Hi, I'm Daniel Sturridge and you're watching Redmen TV.
I think 4-3-3. I'm going to start with the goalkeeper because I'm just like that. I'm going to go Simon Mignolet. I don't think at the moment that Bogdan, no matter what he's saying and what anybody else is saying around the club, for me, Simon Mignolet has proved enough at the end of last season that he's our number one goalkeeper.
I think let's be fair, Mignolet, he's up there now. If we could just glue him to the pitch, which we won't, because this is a vintage Sabrizio pitch, he might as well stay there for the rest of the show.
Yeah, too right, okay. 4-3-3, I think you can't look past Nathaniel Klein. Pre-season so far, he's been solid.
Oh, hello, we've used the matte side of the laminating sheet for Nathaniel Klein as well.
Getting really close to him then. I was like, what's going on here? Paul's
hello,
Nathaniel Klein. Like. But look, pre-season, he's had a couple of games under his belt. He's looked good. He's looked solid. We've not seen anything of his attacking prowess yet. Maybe the third game, you would say.
Well, he made the goal for Danny Ings, didn't he?
Yeah. So then I'm going to go with a partnership that I like. I think it's Martin Skrtel. Mm-hmm. I think Martin Skrtel over last season was fantastic. You know, he's in the squad. He's played every game. When we put the first team out there in pre-season, he's been the defender that's been there. Yeah. Now, for me, going with him is Mamadou Sakho. Yeah. It's not Dejan Lovren, and you've seen during pre-season that Skrtel and Lovren's been a partnership. But for me, what I like is Sakho. I think he's brilliant. And then left back, I think there's only one choice at the moment, and it's Albi Moreno. I think, look, I've got serious doubts about Moreno, but as far as first 11, first game of the season, Alberto Moreno gets in there. He's got the experience. He just needs to work on his defending. He gives the team a lot moving forwards. I
think, I actually can't disagree. I think from personal preference, that's absolutely my back five. You know, again, it's a bit pointless talking about Mignolet, I guess, but Klein's been bought to be our right back. I don't think you can argue with the fact that Klein is Liverpool's right back for the foreseeable. I think there's Skrtel signed a new contract. Yeah. He's in that bracket of, you know, it looks like it could be James Milner named vice captain, but he's definitely in that bracket of being one of those senior professionals at the club. Martin Skrtel is absolutely a nailed-on starter for Liverpool. I think those three positions are going to, unless we switch formation madly to maybe three at the back, which we'll discuss later, they stay. I wish there were no question marks over Mamadou Sakho, but there are. Yeah. It can't be discounted. There was rumours came out this week which were instantly knocked back. Lazio, he was linked with that. Like James Pearce was very quick to come out and say there's absolutely nothing to them, which is amazing because the idea of him going would make me feel ill.
What would you sell him for?
Is in price? Yeah. Or like, what would you sell him for?
A, what would you sell him for like that? B, what price would you sell him for though? Because we bought them on for 17 million. You know, he's a young player. He's played well when he's been given the chance. There's a section of support that don't like him. I don't understand it. I think he's so much better than Dejan Lovren.
He's ungainly, I think. I don't know. I absolutely understand it. I love him. But I understand the criticisms of him because if you don't watch every minute of every Liverpool game, and there'll be people who do watch every minute of every Liverpool game who don't like him. But let's discuss the people in general who don't seem to like him. And you watch 2 minutes, I'm guaranteed if you don't like Mamadou Sakho, you'll flick the Liverpool game on, it'll be 5 minutes in, the ball will come to him, and he'll just turn into Bambi on ice, as they like to say, you know, and he'll look like an idiot, and you go, there we go, boss, and you'll flick back over and pick up the mail or whatever it is you do.
Straight onto Twitter.
No. These are people who aren't on Twitter. These are people who are like the uncle, who will go on out, be doing the crosswords rather than watching the match. Uncle Tommy, you're not watching because you don't. Anyway, so I think there is a massive question mark over Sakho, and I think the fear is that Dejan Lovren is where is he? Let's get a bit of Dejan in. Let's have some Dejan in our life.
Let's finish the formation first, and then we can go through the changes, so we can see what I like exactly. Yeah. So we're going 4-3-3. I like Lucas.
I like Lucas
a lot.
Just as a man and a player,
of course,
and a father.
Look, you know, I want someone who's a defensive midfielder playing that role. You know, I'll expand on the three now, but I think James Milner, and this
looks like we've got ourselves a midfielder.
It's a particularly unflattering photograph of James Milner, that isn't it? I mean, the camera and probably we haven't stretched the image correctly.
Looks like
has added £10.
He looks like he's bought his jaw from David Coulthard's jaw shop.
Yeah.
If that was such a thing.
It's probably not, but we'll carry on regardless. I'm just going to Oh, fake smile on.
That's my David Coulthard impression.
Captain, and I'm not going to say the word fantastic, but Jordan Henderson goes in there for me. That is the midfield that I like.
Yeah.
You know, and even if I'm going to get a little bit technical,
It's all about the
podium.
Yeah, we all know centimetres counts.
There you go. I do, fucking right. So there's my midfield. I like that. And then the front three. This is a tough one because this man's going in. And I ain't seen a lot of him, but he's just going in anyway because you know.
You don't. Well, to be honest, you don't spend £29 million on an attacking midfielder and then not put him. No, he doesn't. Not have him start.
I reckon he's celebrating a goal there, and he almost looks a little bit pissed off on that photograph. Like that's how good he is. He's like, I should have got that in the top bin, but I missed by a centimetre. What am I doing? Like, have a word with myself there.
Okay.
Who's next? It's a tough one. It's not. It's Phil Coutinho. And you know what? It's Phil Coutinho, but it's not. Because I've prepared my own special Phil Coutinho. It's the sex pot. He's going in there. I mean, this guy, I'm sorely tempted to give him a kiss right now. I'm going to hold back.
I don't know how close are we able to get in on that? That Chris actually has added a kiss to his cheek. Anyway.
So I like him. I'm going to move him a little bit closer to me because why wouldn't you? And Firmino out a little touch there. And then for me, it's this man. The man that I'm so confident we've not even signed him yet.
That you put the glue all over the thing.
Nice. That vintage Sabutio that we were talking about before. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Is that out the way? No. Let's not. Let's address the problems at hand.
It looks like someone's jizzed on Benteke's head here. I'm going to wipe that off. I know how to do it. Scrape. Practice. Benteke up top.
He looks happy about it.
He does, doesn't he? That for me is a top 4 challenge side.
There you go, we're cutting you off.
Bobets.
Wankers. We're obviously going to be discussing a whole range of Liverpool formations on the redmentv.com where the full show is going to live. It's the best part. I have an hour long, so if you want to look at all the ins, the outs, the potentials, the possibilities, and all other words that mean the same thing, go on redmentv.com. It's completely free for a month, and then it's just £2 a month after that. Perfect time to start as the new season's ready to kick off. When the season kicks off, we do 3 shows a week, which are phenomenal. Come and check them out. Thanks for watching. See you there. Well, I'll take the end of the video. I think the only other reasonable alternative we've got for the left back position is Joe Gomez. So I think, although I think I like Moreno and I think he's a terrific player, I right here, right now, at time of filming, Joe Gomez is in the box seat for me as far as that position goes.
He's the only other left back in the squad.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't think of any other options who would actually compete for that kind of position. Agreed or whatever, or Liverpool choosing to match the fee. And we saw a lot of the comments. Apparently Liverpool had the money for Ferrari and chose to buy a van, which was one of the funniest comments I think I've ever read about anything, ever. I do disagree.